In this video, I want to talk about some very weird claims from an ex-Call of Duty Zombies lead, claiming that Zombies has overtaken multiplayer in popularity. I want to share all of my thoughts and opinions on this and why I don't think this information needs to be taken exactly at face value. By the way, you can get 20% off Manscaped products using code Twitch20 if you want to get the Lawnmower 4.0, perfect for shaving in hard-to-reach places. The performance package comes with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, a Crop Revive toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your whole solar system. So yeah, take advantage of that discount using the link in this video's description. So recently, Infinity Ward confirmed that there will be no Zombies mode in Modern Warfare 2. This was to be expected because instead they're going to be having a Spec Ops mode and DMZ, to which Brian Bright, who is the ex-project director for Infinite Warfare Zombies, and also Extinction, stated after 7 months of Infinite Warfare being released, the split of Infinite Warfare Zombies to multiplayer daily players was close to 60% Zombies, 40% multiplayer. That doesn't happen in any other Call of Duty game. Treyarch Zombies pulls close to 20 to 30% of total players. He said after DLC 4, the split was even more in favor of Zombies to multiplayer. Of course, that is because the Beast from Beyond release, which added the super Easter egg to Infinite Warfare Zombies, which made a lot of the older maps a lot more replayable and enjoyable. He said, say what you will, but it had a staying power that I did not expect against multiplayer. Extinction also did much better than Advanced Warfare's survival mode as far as percentage of players that were playing versus multiplayer, but Advanced Warfare Zombies did better than Extinction when Advanced Warfare Zombies came out. Players like the predictability of Zombies and do not like shooting AI soldiers in a cooperative mode. What can we take from this though? Was Infinite Warfare Zombies more popular than Treyarch Zombies? I don't think that's the case. I think the reason why these numbers are so drastically different to the player percentage in Treyarch games versus multiplayer is because Infinite Warfare was such a poorly received Call of Duty. Regardless of your own personal opinion on it, it became the most disliked video on YouTube. People just weren't a fan of another advanced movement game, especially being set in space. Because of that, I think the overall player base was just really low. However, I think that the Zombies community is more hardcore and more dedicated than the multiplayer community. So whilst I think multiplayer took a massive dip compared to prior Call of Duties, I think Zombies didn't dip as much because it has a more dedicated community, and I think people enjoyed Infinite Warfare Zombies more than they enjoyed the multiplayer side of things. I think people didn't even try that out, since it was kind of just another version of Black Ops 3's multiplayer. It was very similar. So what I think is going on here is that I think that Infinite Warfare's multiplayer player count was drastically decreased from Black Ops 3's multiplayer player count, whilst at the same time, the Zombies player count was still drastically lower than Black Ops 3 Zombies' player count. However, it just wasn't as drastically lower as the multiplayer player count in comparison with Black Ops 3. So I think the Black Ops 3 Zombies player count was much higher than the Infinite Warfare Zombies player count, but I think the Black Ops 3 multiplayer count was much higher than Infinite Warfare's multiplayer count, and that is why we are seeing that apparently Infinite Warfare Zombies was more successful than Infinite Warfare's multiplayer. Now, Brian Bright has since retired. He no longer works on Call of Duty. He said new leadership at the studio for Modern Warfare 2019, and he didn't want to step on Treyarch's toes on Zombies and thought shooting AI soldiers and co-op would be fun, and he retired after 25 years. These are all really interesting statistics, and I would love to know what the statistics are for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, because I think people loved that Zombies experience, but the multiplayer wasn't so beloved, and I have a feeling like the Zombies to multiplayer ratio is going to be pretty high in that game. The thing is, Zombies has always felt like this bonus mode that has not been treated fairly. It's definitely not been getting as regular updates as multiplayer, and especially Warzone. Warzone and multiplayer are the two babies, but to be honest, over recent years, multiplayer has been decreasing in popularity because of Warzone. Warzone is now the thing that Call of Duty are putting all of their attention and resources into. So as the years continue, I think that the multiplayer player count is decreasing, but the Zombies player count is staying relatively neutral. Of course, with Vanguard Zombies, because it was a rushed and unfinished mode, I think the Zombies player count has drastically decreased for that game. But all this evidence suggests that Call of Duty could be going with a standalone Zombies experience in the future because multiplayer is decreasing in popularity. I just don't understand why Modern Warfare 2 is having another Spec Ops mode, because Brian Bright literally said that their statistics show that people don't like shooting regular AI soldiers in a co-op mode, and that the player count is extremely low. So why they are doing that again is really weird, because Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 2019 didn't perform well at all. It was hated by most of the community, so much so they stopped releasing DLC for it. I really just don't understand why they're doing a Spec Ops mode again. I would have much rather seen a Zombies mode, although I only would want to see a Zombies mode if it is given the appropriate resources to make something great, which Vanguard Zombies didn't receive. If the only way for Modern Warfare 2 to get Zombies mode was for it to be rushed like Vanguard Zombies, then I just wouldn't want to see it. But if it was something that got the appropriate resources, I think that modern era Zombies experience would be a lot of fun. And Zombies is just so much better than Spec Ops. I hated Spec Ops in the last Modern Warfare game. It was nothing like the original Spec Ops we saw in Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 even. And the survival mode was a massive downgrade of Modern Warfare 3's survival. If they're putting all of these resources into Spec Ops though, I would have much rather seen those resources go to a better mode. And a Zombies mode in Modern Warfare 2 would be amazing, because it would mean that people would have something to grind if they didn't enjoy the multiplayer, which is what I think happened with Cold War Zombies. That way they're catering to the best of both worlds, because they have fans for Warzone 2, they have fans for multiplayer, and then they can also have fans for the co-op mode. But I don't think the co-op mode is going to be that loved with this new rendition of Spec Ops. In terms of DMZ though, we'll have to wait and see. We know very little about it, but that has the potential to be a big hit. Because the Zombies player count seems to be on the rise though in comparison to a multiplayer, at least ratio wise, because like I said, I don't think it's decreasing or increasing. I think the multiplayer count is just decreasing. Then it does open up the door for more love being given to Zombies in the future. Treyarch have talked about how they have big plans for their next game, and they are looking to hire staff for it. Maybe more love could finally start going to Zombies over multiplayer, which hasn't really been improving for years. Multiplayer has remained pretty much the same, whilst there's a lot more room for innovation and other things in a Zombies mode that just doesn't facilitate in multiplayer. And this also begs the question, maybe there could be a Zombies standalone game at some point. Overall though, I don't think Brian Bright was saying that Infinite Warfare Zombies was more popular than Treyarch Zombies, but in comparison to its multiplayer it was, but there was still more people playing Treyarch Zombies overall. Anyways, that's everything I wanted to talk about in today's video. Thank you for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.